My dear students of class 6, welcome to you all. Today, I like to discuss the second chapter of history, that is the earliest people. Now, in the beginning, I like to discuss what is evolution. Evolution, actually, the man appeared on earth 3,500 million years ago. And this evolution was a long process. It is the man was evolved. The evolution of man was made through stages or in stages. And thus, you know that it is a long process of evolution, and gradually they appeared on earth. And this process of evolution of human being through stages can be called evolution. The theory of evolution, who explained the theory of evolution? It was explained by a great scientist or naturalist, Charles Darwin of England. So he explained the theory of evolution, Charles Darwin. Who was Charles Darwin? He was a famous naturalist. And name a book written by him on the origin of the species. And where did the earliest man appear first? The earliest man appeared on earth first in Africa. And when did the earliest man appear? It is about 5 million years ago. 5 million years ago. However, when did the modern humans probably evolve? Perhaps the modern men evolved between 2 lakhs and 1 lakh years ago. However, in this context, I like to give you some information that we have already learned the man appeared on earth first in Africa, then after Africa I may mention the name of Java man in Indonesia or in Southeast Asia, Peking man in China, and also Neanderthal man in Germany, Cro-Magnon man in France. Again I am repeating, it is the African man, the man appeared in first Africa, then Java man in Southeast Asia, Peking man in China, and Neanderthal man, Neanderthal, Neanderthal man, that is Peking man, Java man, Peking, Neanderthal, and Cro-Magnon. Peking Java man in Southeast Asia, Peking man in China, Neanderthal man in Germany, Cro-Magnon man in France. Neanderthal man in Germany, Cro-Magnon man in France. And they are called the modern man. They are called Homo sapiens sapiens, Cro-Magnon man. So, these are the theory of evolution. Now, what are fossils? Fossils actually the remains of the animals or creatures which have been buried under the earth, and which after excavated, the scientists try to trace the evolution of human being. Fossils actually, they are actually the remains or the animals or creatures which have been buried under the earth, which is later discovered and examined by the scientists or archaeologists to trace the evolution of human being. Now, what is the theory of evolution of humans? Already I have started the discussion that these by the man first appeared in Africa, and it is said that the modern man evolved through evolution from apes and from apes. Apes and humans, although started the revolution in the beginning jointly, but later they started their independent evolution, and gradually we see that the earliest man, their brain size was very small. Gradually it became larger, the brain size, and there it is moreover their jaws, and you see that the facial structure gradually became smaller. Initially it was very bigger, jaws and the teeth, and gradually it became smaller and brain structure became larger. So you will know it through how the human being gradually, and this is how the evolution. The modern man, I just mentioned, modern man appeared on earth, that is Cro-Magnon man, that is in France. They are called the Homo sapiens sapiens. Now, what is the prehistoric age, or why, or what is the prehistoric age? I should say write down. Why is the prehistoric age it should be known as the Stone Age. Now, because in the prehistoric age, primitive man extensively used stone tools, and different types of tools were used, and there was no use of metal at that time. So crude tools and unpolished and crude tools, that's why it was known as Stone Age. Now, who are called hunter-gatherers? In the Paleolithic age, people are called hunter-gatherers. They used to hunt animals and also collected fruits, roots, seeds, and leaves and other. You see that the things from from the jungles, and that's why they are known as hunter-gatherers. They did not know how to roast the food. They used to eat the flesh. I mean, after hunting animals, they used to eat the raw flesh, and this period was known as hunter-gatherers, or they are called Paleolithic people. Three broad divisions of the Stone Age: Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, and Neolithic age. In your book, perhaps it is given Chalcolithic age, but I like to discuss the three ages. Paleolithic age is the Old Stone Age, and Mesolithic age is the Middle Stone Age. Neolithic age, New Stone Age. Paleolithic age, in this age, people roamed from place to place in search of food, water, and shelter. That are the basic needs, and also the hunted animals. They used to live in the open sometime, or in the caves, or under rocks, overhangs, or sometimes on the trees, etc. And they used to roam in group. They used to move in group in search of food and shelter. They hunted animals, collected fruits, etc. Now, the Mesolithic age. We see that the Mesolithic age and what type of tools they used. Mesolithic age, at the end of the Paleolithic age, the climate of the earth became warmer, and as a result of the climatic change, the different types of animal species and plant species also appeared on earth, and there was a great change in human lives. Now you see that the people now the lifestyle of the people also changed. We see that the different types of tools were used by the Mesolithic people. It is the Mesolithic, what types of tools they used? The tools are known as microliths. Microliths. Microliths, we see that during this time stone blades, very sharp stone blades were used by them. The tools were known as microliths, which were also used for, you see that the hunting animals and cutting, you see that for different purposes. And now the Neolithic age. Neolithic age is the new stone age. People in this age learned they learned gradually the invented wheel, agriculture or farming, and many other similar discoveries were made. Their tools were much more sharper and polished. Paleolithic age, people used, or primitive man used, crude tools, or tools which are not very sharp and unpolished. While the Neolithic age, the people use different types of tools which are very sharp and naturally, and also they use different types of axes. However, this is how the lifestyle also changed. In this age, people did not know the farming or agriculture settling. They began to stay in one particular place. But in this age, the people moved from place to place. This is the changes. These are the changes. Now, Mesolithic, what type of Paleolithic sites in the Deccan. The various Paleolithic sites have been discovered in the Deccan. Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, Pune, Nasik, and Chirki Nevasa, located between also Deccan, situated in Deccan, located between the fertile plains of Tapi, Krishna, and Godavari rivers. Similarly, we see that the Paleolithic factory and habitation sites have been found in these places. In fact, it is actually excavated in the Hungsi in Karnataka. Paleolithic factory and habitation sites have been excavated in Hungsi in Karnataka, etc. Factory now, what is factory sites and habitation come? Habitation come factory sites. Factory sites where we have early man used to prepare the tools, and these are known as factory sites. These have been found in India in several places. Habitation come factory sites where the remains of the animals and artifacts have been found. These places were known as habitation come factory sites. Besides the tools, we see that these type Mesolithic sites. Why we have discovered the Mesolithic sites in India, in Gujarat, Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh, Buddha Pushkar, Buddha Buddha Pushkar in Rajasthan, and many other places. Now, I have also, one thing I missed, that is the Stone Age, that flake tools and court tools. Flake tools and court tools and flake tools. We know that in the Stone Age, that is Paleolithic age, we see that court tool, they use different types of tools. by chipping up stones, crude tools by chipping up stones. Now, what are the court tools? Court tools are, you see that the oval shaped, and it was actually we see that it was actually prepared, or we can see that by chipping off from rocks or pebbles, etc. Or the court tools were oval shaped, and it was prepared through chipping up from the stones, like the rocks, small rocks and pebbles. And these court tools were used for, see that the digging out edible roots, tubers, and cutting up trees. And flake tools are the sharp tools which are chiseled out while making court tools. Flake tools are the sharp tools which are chiseled out while making court tools, and this type of tools are very sharp. It was used for skinning animal skin, and also chopping up animal flesh. So these are the things we must remember. Now, in the Paleolithic age, it is said the fire was discovered. Now, the many very important discovery of human being. The idea how the fire was discovered, it is said that it was discovered accidentally. While the early man was rubbing, or they were rubbing the pebbles together, two pebbles together, it was actually sparked up. And this type of stones, which they used for, see that as a fire, you see that it was these type of stones were known as flints. This type of, that when they actually found a type of stones which they rubbed together, and a spark came out, these type of stones were known as flints. Flints, F-L-I-N-T-S, flints. See that in this way, it is a major discovery of the primitive man, because it changed their lifestyle. Previously they used to eat raw flesh. Now they could roasted their meat, which also changed their food habit. And now they also use the fire to scare the animals, and also they used fire to light up their darkest corner of the cave. So in this way, the discovery of fire was a major breakthrough in the human life on a primitive age. Now, the main features of the last part, what are the main features of the rock paintings? Rock paintings, we see that they are found at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. We see that what are the main features? We see that the major discovery of the Stone Age, that is the 500 paintings have been discovered at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, and all these paintings belong to the Paleolithic and Mesolithic age, and they are a major discovery, and UNESCO had declared the World Heritage Site. Naturally, we have found that different types of paintings, like you see that the birds, fish, frogs, scorpions, and many other similar animals have been painted or by the early men. We see that we can see here both pictures of men and women, and they used extensively the white and red colors. This is the major discovery of by archaeologists, and thus we can see that I can compare this type of paintings with Altamira cave in Spain, where a bison painting of bison has been discovered. So this is all, and now I have discussed in brief, and thank you all.